correct? So one thing where I store the data is called the clipboard. So this you can call it as a temporary or a cache of memory, you could say. This is not a DB structure. So generally, when it comes to applications, we will store the data in the data tables, the DB tables, right? So this is not the exact DB table, but this is a memory that is reserved for storing the case data. Okay? The DB aspect is anyways there. Data will anyways go and sit in the table assigned to it. But this clipboard is faster access. This is the space reserved for quickly accessing data corresponding to a case type. Okay? And you get to see all the data here in the form of name value pairs. You will see the name of the element and you will see the value that is assigned to it. Okay? So every element, every field that we see is in the form of a name value pair. And once we look at the structure of the clipboard, we will try to explore a lot more on this. But let us see how do we access it, or where can we access it. Okay. So any guesses? Where can I see the clipboard?
In the development studio.
Development. Okay. In fact, BAs can also work on debugging. Now, if I say so, where can you check for this?
Admin.
If a BA can do it, then
then it's app studio.
Right. So where in App Studio can I check it? Is it on the header, Explorer panel, work area?
There was something called as a development toolkit, isn't it? Is that there?
Correct.
Is it in that area?
So on the bottom right corner, here is where you can access the toolbar, and yes, you have the clip.
Yeah, so it is in the like a tool in the sense development kit, like,
Correct.
Isn't it?
Correct. Right. So let's see how you can track the data and all. I'm just going to run the instance. And once we open the clipboard, I see different categories of data available. So clipboard is like a book, you can say, where you have different pages in it, which consists of different kinds of data. So let us see what it looks like.
Oh, so you go to this, it automatically takes you to the terminal.
No. Whenever you start or whenever you need to work on your personal edition, you should always start your server first. Probably once the installation is done, I'll show that clearly. So you would get 3 icons on your screen, and 3 desktops would be available. So it's all about you get to see it like this.
Okay.
Let me show them. Yeah. So you will be able to see 3 icons like this: login, shutdown, and startup. So every time you want on your personal edition, you should start your server.
Every time you want? Sorry, every time you want what?
You want to work on your personal edition, you should start your server first.
Okay, so today for the first time you're starting it.
No, it would be running, because each time I have to work on it, I should have it started, right?
Yeah, so that's what you were on that before, isn't it? So now why are you starting? You were just seeing that, okay, it goes to
yes, I did not start it, I was just looking at it. Yeah.
Okay.
So after that, you just need to click on this login button to get your home screen.
Yeah, so that is login is like whichever you want to log in as, isn't it? Like each time you can change the login.
It would be the same login screen for every application, because it is the personal edition. It depends upon the user that you
Yeah, exactly. So you have to log in as user what you want, isn't it? Like we were doing
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
like other time recruitment or so what you have created. Or as a user login is different, isn't it
It could be
then?
user, it could be manager. Yes,
Or it can be a application like how a BA can log in.
correct.
Okay.
So I was just looking because I see that this is slow. So I'm just checking if there are any issues, or I mean, like, why is it getting slow? I just
Okay.
check.
What do you do if it goes to hang mode? Because it's a personal one, isn't it? So you stop and
Mm,
restart.
mm.
You
So
just
you
close and
just need
again
to shut
restart,
down
or
your
is there?
server. Yes. Shut down and restart will work in most of the scenarios.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Seems
think when
like
you're really working on the enterprise, however, the server will not be with you. You will just have the logins, isn't it? The front end,
correct.
because there will be
Correct.
someone else
So the
handling the
VM
server.
details, or be it your cloud details, will be with your IT team.
Yeah. Whoever the cloud team, I think, who
Correct.
deals with it.
Correct.
Usually now everything is in the cloud only, isn't it?
For most of it, it is on the cloud.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just still loading. Okay. So let us talk about the clipboard in the meanwhile. So
Yeah.
when I say clipboard consists of data in the name value pairs, I see the name of the element and I see the value that is assigned to it. Now, so what all elements do you think would be available on the clipboard? Because we have entered a lot of data. I mean, we have collected a lot of data. So what all do you think would be available in it?
You mean in our application perspective, what all will be
Correct.
available?
Correct.
Uh, the name, address, bit.
Mhm.
Uh,
So probably all the ones we created, the user created entities will all be there for sure.
okay. So this clipboard is something different from what we consider other clipboards, isn't it? So this will be there for a long time, or what? What we have created.
Yes, you can say so. It will be specific for each case instance. So you will have the, I mean, a separate instance of clipboard will be there for each case we create. Suppose yesterday
Okay,
we
so
create.
okay, so for each instance you have a clipboard instance, and I think as days pass, does it
Mm,
start erasing from the first in first serve
mm,
or something like that? When
correct.
it
You
needs more,
can place.
when you need more memory space to clear up, it automatically goes
Correct.
the
Be
farthest one.
purged.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So, I mean, we have understood that whatever is there on my transaction, that would definitely be available on the clipboard. Good.
Hmm.
Now, those properties, we also have some other properties available on the clipboard. So maybe once the clipboard, okay, I'm just shutting down the server for a moment.
Yeah,
I'll
no
just
problem.
start it. So shutting down. Okay. So along with the properties that user has created, we will also see some other properties which are prefixed with px, py, and pz. So these three prefixed properties will also be available. Okay, along with whatever we define, we also see some other properties called px, py, pz. We will discuss more on these three px, py, pz properties once we open the clipboard. So then we will get a little more idea on why these has to be used and how or where are these coming from. We'll see once we open the clipboard, right?
Yeah.
So let me just check it. My okay, yeah, I think let me launch the App Studio. I'm just going to restart it once again. So every time you need to work, you have to start your servers first.
So that's just a click, isn't it? We need not do anything.
Correct. Yeah, just double check this. And probably after a minute or two, you can just click on this login. So you will be able to see your personal instance.
Is there anything on the server we need to check before starting? Like if the server has come up, what shows us to show that?
So you will see this message saying server started. So if that is done, then you can go ahead, launch your Pega platform.